Hey there, kitchen warriors! If your current stand mixer is clunky, too heavy to move, or just doesn't cut it when it comes to whipping up more than pancake batter, you're not alone. For so many of us, especially if you're over 35 and juggling busy weekdays with weekend baking, a bulky metal mixer can feel like a chore before you've even cracked an egg. Now imagine a stand mixer that's powerful but lightweight, one that doesn't hog all your counter space, one that actually makes you want to bake more often, and doesn't cost a fortune. Today, we're diving into the kitchen in the box stand mixer. 4.5 and 5 quart bowls, 10 speeds, and a sleek matte finish. And spoiler alert, it might just be the best budget stand mixer you've never heard of. With a price tag around $159.99, this mixer brings serious value to the table. Or should I say countertop. And it's more than just a pretty face. This model comes with 2 mix-ready bowls, all the must-have attachments, and a smart design that's actually fun to use. Whether you're an occasional cupcake baker or a daily bread lover, this mixer claims to be your next favorite kitchen sidekick. There's a link below if you want to check the deal. And trust me, for this price, it's already competing with models twice its cost. But before you jump in, stick around, because in this video, we're covering everything. Build quality, real-world performance, cleaning tips, and yes, what it doesn't do well. So if you're thinking about adding a stand mixer to your kitchen or replacing your old clunker, this review is going to save you time, money, and possibly a shoulder strain. Let's talk about the first thing you notice when you unbox this mixer, the design. Because whether you admit it or not, we all care about how our kitchen appliances look sitting on the counter. The kitchen in the box stand mixer scores big here with its sleek matte finish, compact profile, and an almost boutique-like color selection that includes everything from pastel green to onyx black to neon pink. There are 11 color options in total, so whether your kitchen vibe is rustic farmhouse, ultra-modern, or playful retro, this mixer can match it, or stand out like a statement piece. But this mixer doesn't just look good, it's designed to feel good in daily use. At just around 13 inches tall, under 8 inches wide, and weighing considerably less than most traditional metal body stand mixers, it's incredibly maneuverable. And that's a major win for anyone who's ever struggled to lift a 30-pound appliance just to make some cookies. One reviewer put it perfectly. I have the large name brand metal stand mixer, which I love, but it's heavy and difficult to move around since I've gotten older. This one is much easier for me to manage. The body is made from ABS plastic, with key components like the attachments and bowl interiors in aluminum and stainless steel. That combination means the mixer remains lightweight yet durable. But let's be honest, plastic construction isn't for everyone. While it helps with portability and cost, some users worry about long-term wear and tear. One reviewer pointed out this concern, but also admitted the upside. It's super easy to move, clean, and store. In other words, it's a conscious trade-off. A real standout feature here is the nested bowl design. Instead of just one mixing bowl, you get 2. A 5-quart food-safe plastic bowl and a 4.5-quart stainless steel bowl, designed to sit compactly inside each other when stored. That's clever engineering. It saves space, gives you flexibility when preparing multiple recipes, and honestly, it just feels like you're getting more for your money. Whether you're making bread in the metal bowl or whipping cream in the plastic one, it's a setup that adapts to your workflow. The tilt head mechanism is another high point. With a simple lift, you get instant access to the bowl and beaters, making it easy to scrape down the sides, swap attachments, or pour in more ingredients. It clicks firmly in place and doesn't feel flimsy or cheap. Add in the suction cup feet on the base, and you've got a mixer that stays put even when it's powering through thicker batters. One buyer said it best, "It suctions to the counter and doesn't move while in use." Love that. Now, while the outer shell is plastic, this isn't a toy. The 450-watt motor inside gives it more than enough kick for most home baking jobs, and the 10-speed control dial is smooth and responsive, letting you transition from slow stirring to high-speed whipping without sudden jolts. The control panel is push-button style, simple and intuitive, with no confusing screens or tiny knobs, just straightforward, functional design. In summary, the kitchen in the box stand mixer delivers a smart blend of form and function. It's not trying to replace an industrial mixer, and that's okay. It's a space-efficient, user-friendly option that brings thoughtful design touches to the table without inflating the price. You're getting flexibility, visual appeal, and ease of use in a lightweight package. And for most home bakers, that's a winning combination. Still with me? Good, because up next, we're testing the real performance. From meringues to cookie dough, we'll break down how this mixer holds up in the kitchen when the beater starts spinning. Alright, so now that we know it looks good and saves counter space, let's get into what really matters. How well does it actually perform when the mixing starts? This mixer is equipped with a 450-watt motor, and while that might sound modest compared to some of the bulkier models out there, it's surprisingly capable. We're talking enough torque to knead bread dough, whip egg whites to stiff peaks, and blend thick cookie batters without breaking a sweat, or making you break one either. Now, let's break down those 10 speeds. You've got everything from a gentle stir, perfect for folding in delicate ingredients like chocolate chips or nuts, all the way up to a high-speed whip that turns cream into fluffy peaks in under a minute. That speed range means you can fine-tune the mixer to the task at hand, whether you're prepping something light like a mousse or heavier like pizza dough. And because of the responsive control, you don't get those jerky starts that fling flour or batter all over the counter. It's got a nice controlled ramp-up that feels deliberate. In real-world use, reviewers have used it to bake everything from muffins to anadama bread, a dense molasses-rich loaf, and the mixer held up. One user mentioned making large batches as a home baker and said, "This machine is amazing." That's high praise for a budget-friendly model. Where this machine really earns its keep is the 3 included attachments: a flat beater, a dough hook, and a balloon whisk. These are all built from aluminum or stainless steel, and unlike cheaper mixers that use silicone-coated tools that eventually peel, these are designed to last and can go right into the dishwasher. That's a big win for convenience. Let's go through a few real scenarios. Say you're prepping for a birthday party, cupcakes and cookies. With the 2 bowls included, you can mix up a chocolate cupcake batter in one and then immediately switch to a sugar cookie dough in the other, without washing in between. That's time saved, mess reduced, and you get to batch your prep like a pro. One reviewer said exactly that. "I love that there are 2 different bowls, so I can make 2 different things at a time to save time." It's the kind of simple feature that makes a big impact in busy kitchens. What about heavier duty use? Well, this isn't an industrial mixer, and that's where expectations need to stay realistic. One reviewer who replaced their KitchenAid with this model noted it can't handle long kneading sessions, like mixing dough for 10 minutes straight. But they were also clear, for regular cooking and baking, it's more than enough. In fact, most users find it surprisingly capable for its class, especially when mixing medium-weight batters, whipping egg whites, or making frosting. Another underrated feature is how quiet it is. Several users commented on how pleasantly low the noise level is, even at higher speeds. That's a welcome change if you're used to older or more powerful mixers that sound like a lawnmower revving up every time you bake. Now, if you're coming from a basic hand mixer, this is going to feel like a major upgrade. You don't have to hold anything, no sore arms, and the mixer does the heavy lifting, literally. For anyone with shoulder or wrist issues, this mixer is a game changer. One buyer said it best, "My hand mixer was taxing the strength of my shoulder. This does everything I want it to do." So, what's the verdict on performance? For day-to-day use, cakes, cookies, dough, and even the occasional bread recipe, the kitchen-in-the-box stand mixer punches above its weight. It's not built to take on commercial baking loads, but it doesn't pretend to be. For home cooks looking for versatility and simplicity, it delivers where it counts. Now that we've tested it in the kitchen, the next question is, how easy is it to clean and maintain? Because no one wants a countertop full of crumbs and a sink full of hard-to-clean parts. Keep watching, because now we'll talk about usability, cleaning, and some maintenance tips to help this mixer last longer. Stick around. It could be the difference between loving this mixer and leaving it in the cupboard. So, you've got the kitchen-in-the-box stand mixer set up, and you're ready to make something delicious. But what's it like to use on a regular basis? The answer, surprisingly user-friendly. This mixer has clearly been designed with the everyday home cook in mind. It's not trying to impress professional chefs. It's built for real kitchens, real counters, and real life. Let's start with usability. One of the standout features is the tilt head design. With just a light push on the release, the mixer head lifts smoothly, giving you easy access to the bowl and attachments. No wrestling with a stuck beater or struggling to scrape down the sides mid-mix. That kind of simplicity goes a long way, especially when you're mid-recipe and trying to multitask. The push-button controls are another plus. There's no digital screen to fiddle with, no confusing touchpads, just a dial that clicks through 10 clearly defined speed levels. Whether you're gently folding ingredients or cranking it up to whip cream, the controls feel straightforward and responsive. Now, when it comes to cleaning, this mixer gets high marks. All the attachments, flat beater, dough hook, and balloon whisk, are dishwasher safe, which is a game changer for anyone who's tired of scrubbing sticky dough off metal hooks. The bowls, both the 5-quart plastic one and the 4.5-quart stainless steel, also clean up easily. The plastic bowl is food safe and surprisingly sturdy, while the stainless bowl adds that pro feel for more intense mixing tasks. One design choice that really helps is the smooth matte finish. It's not just there for looks, it also resists fingerprints and smudges better than high-gloss appliances. Wiping down the base after use is quick and painless, and the color options help hide day-to-day messes. And yes, those suction cup feet aren't just about performance. They also keep the base secure during mixing, so you're not chasing your mixer across the counter. There are a few trade-offs, of course. The plastic housing, while lightweight and easy to clean, may not have the long-term toughness of a metal mixer. If you plan on doing heavy-duty mixing every single day, this might not be your forever machine, but for regular home use, a couple times a week, it's more than up to the task. And for older users, or those in smaller kitchens, the lightweight build is actually a big benefit. One user even said, "It's perfect for my counter in my apartment. Doesn't take too much room." As for maintenance, there's not much to worry about. Just avoid overloading the motor with dense dough for extended periods, and be sure to rinse or wash your attachments right after use to prevent residue from hardening. If you do that, this mixer should serve you well for years. One last practical point. Because the bowls nest and the overall footprint is compact, storage is easy. You're not dedicating an entire shelf or kitchen cart to it. And with the right color choice, it's honestly the kind of appliance you want to keep out. It looks sharp on display. Bottom line, from setup to cleanup, the kitchen in the box stand mixer is built for convenience. It's easy to use, easy to clean, and easy to love. Especially if your kitchen is tight on space or your hands are full of recipes and responsibilities. Next, we'll wrap up with the final verdict. Is this stand mixer really worth the money? Keep watching for the conclusion, where we round it all up and give you the final push to help you decide if it deserves to stay in your kitchen. So, after digging into the build, features, performance, and ease of use, what's the final verdict on the kitchen in the box stand mixer? This isn't just a kitchen appliance. It's a smart solution for home cooks who want versatility, style, and solid performance without shelling out for a high-end brand. With 2 bowls, 10 speeds, and a lightweight space-saving design, this mixer covers your baking needs from birthday cupcakes to Saturday morning bread. And it does it all while looking great on your counter. Sure, it's not made for industrial-level mixing. You won't want to run this for 20 minutes straight on heavy dough. But for most of us, that's not what we're doing anyway. If you value quiet operation, intuitive controls, and a mixer that's actually easy to move and clean, this one's hard to beat in its price range. As one reviewer put it, "It's not just powerful, it's beautiful, durable, and fits perfectly in my daily baking life." If that sounds like what your kitchen's been missing, check the link below and see if the current deal is still available. At around $150 it's a seriously smart buy for the right home cook. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. What's your favorite kitchen hack or baking tip? I love hearing how you all use these tools in your own homes. And hey, if you've got a mixer horror story or success story, I want to hear that too. Thanks for watching. And remember, a good mixer doesn't just mix, it makes life easier, tastier, and a whole lot more fun in the kitchen.